If you were transported into the Ice Age tonight, you would probably resort to cannibalism within a month. Not because you're evil, because the cold would wear you down first. Your fingers would stop working. Your skin would split open. Your body would consume thousands of calories just trying to survive. And eventually, your brain would stop caring about morality. For most of ancient history, winter was not uncomfortable. Winter was a relentless killing machine. This is the terrifying truth about how ancient humans survived winter, and by the end of this history documentary, you'll understand why scientists believe the cold permanently changed human evolution itself. Because the people who survived the last ice age were not the strongest. They were the ones willing to do things modern humans can barely imagine. 20,000 years ago, the Earth looked completely different. Massive glaciers stretched across entire continents. Temperatures dropped below -40 degrees. Forests disappeared beneath endless snow. This was the world of prehistoric humans, a frozen nightmare filled with giant predators, starvation, and darkness. And yet, somehow, ancient humans endured, not because they mastered nature, but because they adapted to horror faster than any other species alive. That is the real story of human resilience, and the first thing the cold destroyed was food. Scientists discovered something terrifying inside Ice Age caves, entire piles of broken bones. At first, researchers believed this was normal hunting waste from prehistoric life. Then, they realized something disturbing. The humans weren't eating meat, they were eating fat. During the Ice Age, surviving winter required enormous calories. Your body burned energy every second just to avoid freezing to death. So early humans became obsessed with marrow, pure animal fat hidden inside bones. Archaeologists studying Paleolithic sites found evidence that humans smashed open mammoth bones almost immediately after killing them, because without fat, you died. And then, researchers noticed something horrifying. Some of the bones belonged to humans. This is the part of human history most documentaries avoid. Evidence of Ice Age cannibalism has been uncovered across Europe. Human skulls cracked open like animal bones, stone tool cut marks on human remains, burn marks from fire. Proof that prehistoric survival sometimes meant eating other people. This wasn't mythology, this was survival. And the strangest part is, it may have saved humanity from extinction. Some researchers believe starving tribes practiced funerary cannibalism, not murder, but eating the dead after death. Imagine 6 months of freezing darkness. Imagine hearing children cry from hunger every night. Imagine no animals left alive. Then, someone in your group dies. What happens next? That question haunted the Stone Age, and honestly, most modern humans already know the answer. But cannibalism wasn't the darkest thing humans did, not even close, because eventually the cold began changing the human body itself. Some scientists believe ancient humans slept inside dead animals. Yes, inside them. Fresh mammoth carcasses could retain heat for hours during blizzards. During severe storms, giant animal bodies may have served as emergency shelters. It sounds horrifying, but the prehistoric world did not care about dignity, only survival. This is why researchers studying ancient survival strategies discovered surprisingly advanced prehistoric technology, dating back tens of thousands of years. Bone needles, layered fur clothing, insulated boots made from animal hides, even grease applied directly to the skin to reduce heat loss. This changes everything we thought we knew about human adaptation, because these people were not primitive. They were specialists, experts at surviving conditions modern humans would not survive for more than a few days. But even that wasn't enough, because winter had another enemy waiting: predators. The world of prehistoric wildlife was filled with monsters: cave lions, larger than today's lions, massive hyenas capable of crushing bone with a single bite, dire wolves hunting in packs across frozen plains. During the Ice Age, humans were not the apex predators. Humans were the hunted. That's why fire became even more valuable than food itself. Anthropologists studying survival strategies discovered that some groups carried glowing embers wherever they traveled, because if your fire went out during winter, your family died too. Think about that. One powerful gust of wind could erase your entire bloodline. And eventually, humans started killing one another for fire. Many scientists now believe early human warfare began during the coldest periods of the Ice Age, not over land, not over power, over survival. Evidence of violent prehistoric conflicts has been uncovered across Europe: crushed skulls, embedded spear points, entire families slaughtered inside caves. Because when resources disappeared, humans became desperate. This may explain one of the greatest mysteries in human history: the disappearance of the Neanderthals. For decades, people assumed the story of Homo sapiens and Neanderthals was simple: smarter humans replaced weaker humans. But modern research suggests something far darker: competition, violence, extinction. And the timing is terrifying, because as winters became harsher, Neanderthals vanished forever. The biggest Neanderthal mystery isn't why they disappeared, it's how they managed to survive for so long. Neanderthals lived through brutal frozen climates for hundreds of thousands of years. That required intelligence, planning, sophisticated survival techniques. Researchers uncovered evidence that Neanderthals cared for injured members of their group for years. Some had broken legs that healed completely. That means someone carried them, fed them, protected them, even during starvation. That level of compassion changed the story of human evolution forever. But there was one thing modern humans did better: connection. Scientists studying early trade networks discovered ancient tools transported hundreds of miles across frozen landscapes. That means tribes were communicating, sharing resources, sharing knowledge, and during the last ice age, that may have been the difference between extinction and survival. Because isolated tribes died, connected tribes adapted, and adaptation became humanity's greatest advantage. But survival during the Stone Age was not just physical, it was psychological. Imagine living through 6 months of darkness beside a fading fire. No music, no electricity, no certainty your family would survive until spring. The psychological pressure must have been overwhelming. So humans created something extraordinary: stories. Anthropologists believe storytelling became essential for ancient resilience, not entertainment, survival. Stories warned children about frozen lakes. Stories explained migration routes. Stories taught hunting paths and predator behavior. This may be why storytelling became central to human evolution, because stories allowed knowledge to outlive memory itself, and that transformed humanity forever. But the strangest part is this: your brain may still carry Ice Age instincts today. Your fear of darkness, your attraction to fire, your anxiety during isolation, these may all come from survival instincts developed by early humans during the coldest era in human history. Researchers studying prehistoric behavior discovered that modern humans still respond emotionally to environments similar to ancient survival conditions. Firelight soothes the nervous system. Darkness heightens alertness. Isolation increases stress hormones. Your body remembers the Ice Age, even if your mind does not. Because for thousands of years, the frozen world shaped every aspect of humanity: the fear, the caution, the violence, the cooperation, everything. That is the real story of ancient history. Not kings, not empires, survival. The story of starving humans staring into firelight while snowstorms consumed the world outside. The story of Ice Age survival. And the terrifying truth is this: if you had lived back then, you probably would have done the exact same things.